Tonight we are sitting down with one of my favorite artists of all time, Lana Del Rey, one of my comfort artists, an artist that I have been with for a very long time. It just feels right. It is midnight. I am going to be listening to Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard by the one and only Lana Del Rey. This album is one that I've been looking forward to the most ever since Midnights. That's kind of where I'm at with this album. To be honest with you, I feel like I'm very unprepared for what I'm about to experience, what I'm about to hear, because knowing the 3 singles from this album, we've gotten a lot of different vibes from the singles, but they've all been really solid to me. They've all been really well-crafted songs in my opinion, and so I'm really excited to see what else Lana has in store, because Lana always has a lot in store, and that's what scares me. I was actually re-listening to Lana's entire discography this past week, which is something I do regularly. It's such a calming atmosphere. There is nothing like listening to Lana's entire discography over the course of 24 to 48 hours. There is something about it that almost like resets my entire body. And I kid you not, there's something about it like alters my brain chemistry every single time I listen to all of Lana's music in a period of a couple days. I think it goes back to the fact that it is really calming. It is just like the most calming music that I personally can think of. Lana is just a really one-of-a-kind artist. She is really close to my heart. Over the course of re-listening to all of her albums this past week, I feel like I had a lot of realizations, and I did want to share a few of them before we get into the album. One thing that has always stood out to me about Lana's music is I love her albums more and more with every single listen. Every time I listen to any of her albums, I appreciate things about it in a whole new way that I may not have noticed before, or I just didn't fully comprehend. It's so cool. Her music just ages like fine wine. And I will not say that about every artist. I feel like there's a lot of artists that the music kind of runs its course. With Lana, her music goes beyond being timeless and goes into being something that gets better every single time you hear it. Even Honeymoon. That's my second realization, is that I have been sleeping on Honeymoon. The second realization I had is that Lana is such an album artist, y'all. She is constantly creating entire vibes with her albums. You listen to her albums and an entirely different feeling and atmosphere comes over you every time. And I know that's like the point of an album, but in her albums, it really stands out. It's really stark. Ultraviolence, I can't believe that album exists. She does albums so well. Kind of like Beyonce, I would consider her an album artist. The third realization I had is that the girl knows how to start and close an album. And we will get into that. And then I don't know if we're on 4 or 5, but the last realization I had is that I actually might like A&W better than Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard? Only because, I don't know, it's just so good. And I still love Tunnel. This is my album ranking of Lana's albums, if you were curious. I'm not going to be arguing about it with anyone. It is what it is. It is set in stone as of right now. And so whether or not you think I'm correct, it doesn't really matter because it's just my opinion anyway. Now we will get into the actual music. Finally, it's 12:09 a.m. I'm 9 minutes late and it's causing me anxiety. Y'all know I reacted to the 3 singles that came out from this album, so I won't be including a ton of my reactions to those songs. Another thing is Lana has not released any music videos for this album, so I will not be reacting to the non-existent music videos. Let's get into the grants. It's a really pretty opening track, and some of you guys were saying that the backup singers are Whitney Houston's background singers. Were Whitney Houston's background singers. That's a slay in and of itself. Like, she's already done the thing and we haven't even gotten to the second song. It's been all day. I've just been looking forward to this, and now all of a sudden it's available on Spotify, and that's just something that I don't really understand. But y'all, honestly, I might be here for a while, okay? I'm kind of like parking the car and we're just gonna take our time with this album. I hope that's okay.
I'm gonna take mine with you, with me.
Mine.
Rocky Mountain High, the way John Denver sings.
Oh, I forgot how much I love that piano. It's possible that she's gonna destroy me with piano
So you
tonight.
say there's a chance
That you'll destroy me with piano tonight.
Do you think about heaven?
This is a song that I honestly forgot a little bit how beautiful it was, just because I haven't gone back to it quite as many times as the other songs. The vocals, the piano. I really am scared for the piano on this album. If she's gonna start the album with that piano, the atmosphere that she creates all the time with her music, it is so peaceful, it is so stunning, it is so breathtaking and breathy and light and airy, and it's just this cloud of Lana. Another thing is, when I was listening to Lana's music this past week, I was able to recollect how much she loves using strings. I didn't always put two and two together, you know, that she was using strings in so many of her songs, but it's all over her discography. And I think that's a big element of what makes it such calming, peaceful music to listen to. Like, her music is peace personified.
I'm gonna take mine of you with me.
I might cry.
I'm doing my time. I'm doing it for us, for our family life.
I am feeling the start of an emotion because these lyrics are hitting on a different level this week, because I had a friend whose mom recently passed. The lyrics on this are just goosebump inducing. I do have goosebumps right now.
When you leave, all you take is your memories. The way Jon Batiste sings, I wanna take that to me.
It's gonna transition into the breath. I'm ready to hear the transition. It was such a shuffle. I need to hear that transition. Okay. And suddenly I have reached full peace. I have decided that the breath at the beginning of this song is my favorite opening to any song in the history of music. I will never get over it. It is such, not only a unique opening to the song, obviously, like, when have you heard a song that starts with a breath, but it just immediately brings me peace. I have never so instantly been taken to a feeling of peace. It's a song that when I'm feeling anxious, I just put it on a straight loop, like for hours or for however long I need it to. It's that song for me. And that is why I'm endlessly grateful to her for writing this song.
Know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard. Mosaic ceilings, painted tiles on the wall. Love me until I love myself.
I'm really scared for this album.
She's in a world preserved, only if you have found the door. It's like Anne Maria, only silver mirrors.
And I'm in.
Don't forget me.
Layers.
Like the tunnel under Ocean Boulevard.
And it builds, and it builds, and it builds, and it builds. Y'all, I really like that little beat there. I am scared for this album after just reminding myself that those two songs exist. I didn't forget, but, you know, I just was reminded of how just endlessly beautiful they both are. I feel like The Grants isn't one that has as much replay value for me. Like, it's not the song that I'm gonna necessarily turn to on the daily, but I think it is such a well-made, breathtaking song. And the next one is one that I have never heard. It is called Sweet. Just the cutest title I've ever heard, and it's also bringing me back to Sweet Carolina, which, fun fact, I cried when hearing that song for the first time because it got me. I have a good feeling about this one because I heard the very first piano note and that was honest to God all I need to hear. This is such a vibe. It is such a peaceful atmosphere right now. I hope you are feeling, I'm sending my atmospheric peaceful rays to you. I've been filming for 40 minutes and I've listened to 2 songs. So this is going great.
Stars in my eyes, hiking up Griffith, thinking about who said and what didn't get said in the Midwest.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I did not hear a word of what she just said. Speak up, Lana. Stars in my eyes, hiking up Griffith, thinking about who was sad and what didn't get sad in the Midwest. Okay, I should say this now. Okay, I am not the lyrics girl. I say this in every Lana video because if you're new here, you might not know. I am here to mainly vibe and also to, mainly vibe.
I wrote you a note, but I didn't send it, 'cause that's the best method the women here taught me about. Stars in my eyes.
Okay, the lyrics are tripping me up a little bit because she said, that's the best method the women here taught me about. I don't know what women she's referring to. For some reason, I'm getting cult energy, okay, which is bringing me back to Cult Leader, her unreleased track. That is an absolute masterpiece of a song, might I add. Hiking up Griffith, thinking about who this is. I don't know what that means. I'm confused by the lyrics. It must be a Lana Del Rey album.
Yay! I'm a different kind of woman. If you want some basic bitch, go to the Beverly Center and find her. Sweet in a sweet North Country. If I'm not there, come to my house on Genesee.
Ooh, this is a really pretty one. Again, I really like the melodies. I just really like the sound. It's just very pretty. I will say that the lyrics are a bit interesting because if you know, you know. Lana has gotten a lot of hate for being, quote, a pick-me girl. So it's just kind of interesting that she is singing about not being like the other girls and that she's different. It's just interesting because I feel like she's gonna get hate for this, but it's really pretty with the melodies. I don't know if it's gonna end up being like a favorite one or not. I mean, I'll say this and I'll say this again. I feel like I always need multiple listens with Lana songs to really know how I feel about them. So it'll be interesting to see. The backing strings are gorgeous. I really like the piano as well. I mean, Lana loves her piano and she loves her strings and I love her for it. It sounds like the overall message of the song is that she is not like the other girls that possibly this man is pursuing. She likes to spend time in places that are very like down to earth. She just walks around barefoot in the grass. You know, she's not living it up in this mansion in Beverly Hills. That's what I'm gathering from the lyrics. Could be wrong. But I feel like this one's a little bit more straightforward than some of her other songs. I don't know what that means.
Lately we've been making out a lot, not talking about the stuff that's at the very heart of things. Do you want children? Do you want to marry me? Do you want to run marathons? I've got things to do like nothing at all. I want to do them with you. Do you want to do them with me?
This is where the song is getting next level for me. Because I was liking it. I was thinking it was really pretty up until this point. And this is where it's really starting to stand out with me. I loved how she kind of changed up maybe the time signature a little bit. I kind of just made that up. But she changed the pacing of the words. She changed, you know what? I don't know terminology. She changed it up, okay? She did something there and I saw it. I heard it. I can talk. And it's also the lyrics. She's like, we've just been making out. We haven't been talking about things that actually have meaning in our relationship. And it sounds like she wants to kind of get down to the nitty gritty. Like, do you want kids? Do you want kids with me? Do you want to do that? Figuring out all these important things that you need to figure out in order to figure out if you want to be with someone. I said figure out like 12 times. It was just really painting the picture even more than at the beginning of the song.
Sweet in Beth.
I really like that.
You can find me where no one will be. The valley in the sweet North Country.
I really like that. That was really pretty. I feel like I liked it the more and more it went on. And from the change up onward, I loved all of that. I will say, I have never been one, as a Lana fan, I have never been one to say that she's a pick-me girl or any of that terminology, but I will say that I did not love the lyric, if you want a basic bitch, go to Beverly Hills. Why do we gotta put down the basic bitches? Real talk. I mean, I don't think we should be putting down other people in order to express why someone should like us or love us. The next one is A&W. I also reacted to this one, but on first listen, I did not connect to it in the same way that I connected with some of her other songs. I think what it was I really loved certain elements of the song. Like, all of the elements in the song were something that I liked. It was just more so fitting together how they made sense in the same song. And once I did that, I love this song now. I actually might like it more than Tunnel just because, I don't know, I'm obsessed with the switch up. Like, someone commented, shout out to the commenter that was like, the switch up like has me in a chokehold or something, because same. The switch up in this song should be illegal. It is just such a well-crafted song. So we will listen to it and, I'll tell you some things that maybe I'm realizing that I didn't realize before. Now that we know it's not about root beer. It just kind of like slowly goes into it, The piano overlaying with the guitar also should be illegal.
I haven't done a cartwheel since I was 9. I haven't seen my mother in a long, long time.
I did want to point out, I did not know Lana's background with her mother when I reacted to the previous songs. And some of you guys informed me she has a very broken relationship with her mother. She has not seen her in years, as she said in the song. So, yay for learning.
Look at the length of my hair, my face, shape of my body. I say I live in Rosemead, really I'm at the Ramada. This is the experience of being an American whore.
It goes back to this really cool piano bit. There's some sort of thing that comes in there. I'm waiting for the sneeze.
Look at my hair.
I'm obsessed with her just going up into her falsetto voice. I mean, need I say more? I feel like we're all obsessed with that, but it's so stunning on this song. I love that she starts lower and then goes up to that, because it makes it stand out more than if the entire thing was in that falsetto. This song is it's so beautifully crafted. I can't even really wrap my mind around it. After I registered this song and then I heard the grants, I started to have this spidey sense that this is going to be one of her best albums. So, I'm paying attention to that as we listen. Do I think this is one of her best? Obviously, it's really impossible to tell after one listen, usually, but obviously also best is subjective, but you know what I mean.
If I told you that I was me, do you really think that anybody would think I didn't ask for it?
So she said, do you think that if I was anyone would think that I didn't ask for it? Really interesting lyric, especially in the context of the song. I'm honestly not really sure what she is referring to, why she brought up, that concept in this song. I know obviously it's about her being an American whore. I don't know if that means, if it's just face value, she has a lot of sex, or if there's some deeper thing going on and there's a metaphor in there. So feel free to let me know what you think, but it kind of goes along with culture and how the woman is always blamed. So yeah. There it is. Looking like a side piece of 33. There's all these little sounds in the background of this song that it really just sounds like a studio vibe. It sounds like there's a studio humming in the background of her recording. Obviously, there literally is because she was recording in a studio. But it's just a really interesting addition. It's really cool. It kind of just gives another layer to the song. It makes it more interesting to listen to than if it's just a run-of-the-mill song, you know? It's really interesting choice. You know, it's something that I always wonder how an artist decides things like that. Like, how do they decide that they wanted to leave those sounds in? Like, there's something.
It's not about having someone to love me anymore.
I'm obsessed with the drop in the production there. It's like, it's a drop, but it's subtle. It's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Now this is the experience of being an American whore.
It's so cool. Oh, okay. Everybody quiet. It's so good. This transition is everything. Remember when I got scared, but now I welcome it. It still is jarring, but it's jarring in a good way. And then now we're just getting into, for me, the best part is where she brings in this sample, and I would never imagine it working in a Lana Del Rey song, but somehow it works. Jimmy only love me when he wanna get high.
You're fucking up big time.
It's so good. It's a perfect song, and the ending section just takes me out every time. The next one is actually an interlude, and I will say that it is long for an interlude. It's 4 minutes and 30 seconds. It is called Judah Smith Interlude. To be honest with you, I have no idea who Judah Smith is, so I am going to Google him. He's either a pastor. He is a pastor. Okay. So he's a pastor. I think he is a pastor at the church that Lana attends. I'm guessing it's going to be a spoken word since he is a pastor. I'm guessing he's not going to be spitting any verses. But it would be interesting if he did, you know, whatever floats your boat. The thing with me and interludes, we have a love-hate relationship. I either love or hate them. Like, there's no in between. There are interludes that I'm obsessed with. My whole thing with spoken bits is sometimes when I'm listening to the album, like all through, you know, it's kind of the skip moment. But I am intrigued. Open mind, open hearts, open eyes. Can't lose, whatever that saying is. He's doing a sermon.
You understand what that means? It means quit lusting after your neighbor. That's a heck of a life. You ever talk to somebody, I want a new life. I don't love my wife anymore. I don't love my kids anymore.
What? Okay, let me pull up the lyrics, the words really quick. I have no idea what he's saying. I mean, I got some of it.
I'll infuse you with desires for what you have and what's in front of you.
Yeah.
So, as he works deep in your heart, as you call out to him, help me want what I got. Help me love what's in front of me.
Okay.
Help me serve the city I live in and not wish it away and hope I can move. I want to be a man of love. I'm a man of lust, but you gotta do that.
Okay, I think I get this now. It's just a prayer to God, asking him, like, replace the lust that's in my heart for other things in my life, whether that's a lust to move to a different city, a lust to, I don't know, have a different life. Replace that lust with a gratitude for where I'm at right now. I'm relating to this. I have discussed the fact that I'm a Christian on my channel a couple of different times. I've gotten some really rude, ignorant, and assuming comments about what that means and my beliefs, and that's fun. I don't care if you agree with me. I don't care if you're not a Christian. That's totally fine. I am relating to this in the sense of I feel like I always am lusting for other things, you know, lusting to move to a different place, a lust for different things, and I'm not appreciating what's right in front of me.
It's gonna make me sound so spiritual, so I'm looking forward to it. I woke up this morning.
Oh my God, is this Lana? Oh my gosh. This is Lana sitting in church and recording her pastor's sermon. Kind of, duh. I should have gotten that sooner. But I heard her little laugh. Oh my gosh, the Lana laugh It's so precious to me. I'm gonna replay it.
I don't have to look anywhere. I just get the first thing. Look at the splendor of your skies. Your creative genius glowing in the heavens. Why would you ever bother with puny, mortal man? Infatuated. Be infatuated.
Lana's laugh. I will say Lana's laugh was not credited in a feature on this track. And that's kind of rude. I can see this getting a lot of mixed reviews because obviously not everyone is religious. Not everyone believes the same things. You are free and open to believe what you believe. For me, this is kind of my thing. I'm not going to lie. I really like some of the points that he's making. I used to think my preaching was mostly about you, and you're not going to like this, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I've discovered my preaching is mostly about me. The self-awareness. I think this can pertain to different aspects of life. I don't think you have to be religious in order to relate to this in the sense of like the message of the song. Because he says, like, I've discovered what I thought was for a purpose outside myself was actually just to build myself up and make myself feel better in some way. And I think that can be a universal thing. But I haven't even listened to the rest of it, so hold on.
I've discovered my preaching is mostly about me.
So I think Lana's a little bit in her gospel music era. And so I was recently watching a reaction from a creator who I do want to shout out because this person had a very good point about Lana's music. And that was that she always kind of has this gospel undertone to some of her songs. She has that feel in the sound of it. So anyway, the creator is Lolita Joanne, I believe. This album, we're already kind of seeing those gospel influences huge in the Grants. I mean, that is like a very gospel-centric song. The next one is Candy Necklace featuring Jon Batiste, who has gotten Grammys or was Grammy nominated or something. He's just over there killing it. I have never listened to his music, but Candy Necklace, okay, whatever. I'm like literally, okay. We're on song 6. I want you to know I've been filming for an hour and 20 minutes. It is 1:22 in the morning. And we have 10 songs left. And I have work tomorrow at 11 a.m. But you know what? Sleep is for the weak. Okay. I'm sorry. I think I was put in a Lana trance.
Cinnamon on my teeth.
Cinnamon.
Sitting at the stoplight, northern town.
Imagery. Lucky.
Rockefeller, my umbrella. God, I love you. You've been acting pretty restless.
This song so far has more of a simplistic, stripped down production when compared to a lot of the other songs. And for me, that's not usually something I gravitate toward. I will say that a lot of the time when Lana does production like that, when I go back and listen to the song multiple times, it grows on me with more listens. Right now, I'm not connecting to this one, but I'm interested to see if she's gonna build it.
Candy necklaces.
Candy Rock Sweet Candy, whatever that album is we didn't get. I'm not bitter.
I'm obsessed with this. All his candy necklaces.
It's growing on me. See, even as I'm listening, I really like that melody.
John, where are you?
Sitting on the sofa feeling super suicidal. I hate to say the word, but baby, hating on the Bible, I do feel like it's you, the one who's bringing me down.
Oh. It's really interesting the way she's singing on this song. It feels starkly different to the way that she normally sings. It feels almost like she's clenching her mouth and singing like... I'm just like regretting everything that I just did. But it feels just like a slightly different singing style than on the rest of the songs. I am not the singing expert. I am not a vocal coach. Okay, I sing for pleasure. I sing for hobby, but it's just an inkling. Okay, I'm not saying I'm right.
Baby, you've been bringing me down. But I love you, baby. Fortune teller, favorite ever, the story ever.
The This is really, the story of us. This is really growing on me. I told y'all, I really like the melodies and the vocals. It's very simplistic, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just, it's very subtle. Jon, I don't know where you are, but we're halfway through the song and you're not here yet.
All his candy necklaces.
I don't know what that means, but Jon, where are you? Oh, is he in the production? He's We have reached the elite piano solo. Thank you, Jon Batiste. I should be so honored to hear what I just heard coming out of your piano. Tinkle in the old ivories.
Dancing like the young and restless. I'm obsessed with this.
No, I'm obsessed with this.
Candy necklaces.
Candy necklaces.
His voice is so deep.
Candy necklaces. Candy necklaces.
Our voices together.
Candy necklaces. Candy necklaces.
Yeah. I want to bottle this and like...
Candy necklaces. Candy necklaces.
Wow.
Candy necklaces. Candy necklaces.
I'm clapping, but I don't want to interrupt, so I'm kind of silently clapping, but now I'm interrupting by telling you that I'm clapping. Okay. It's the way that song, as it unfolded, it just got better and better. I loved it more and more as it continued, because honestly, the first quarter of the song, I really was not connecting to it. But everything from like the midpoint onward, I just loved it more and more, and it just grew on me so much. Very subtle, and then obviously like Jon just went off with the piano and his voice came in. His voice is so deep. I would have never seen that coming. I didn't know his voice was that deep. And then, you know, pairing with Lana's voice, it just sounded beautiful because they really complemented one another, like the high voice and the low voice, and oh, it's just beautiful. Okay, and now he's getting a little interlude moment. Jon Batiste interlude. So, is he gonna talk? Is he gonna play piano? Is he gonna sing? It'll be interesting to see. There's so many questions. We're not even halfway through the album, and it's been an hour and a half. I don't know why I'm shocked. It's piano, like... I'm trying not to talk over it, but like I want to. She didn't scare me.
I feel it early.
Wait.
I feel it early and I feel it late.
What? Okay, I don't know what he's saying, because I looked it up and it's like, oh, I feel something right now. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it early. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I feel it early and I feel it late. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I feel it. I feel it. Ha ha ha. I feel it heavy. Ha ha ha. I feel it heavy. Ha ha ha. I feel it all now. Ha ha ha. Ah, oh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. You came for it. Oh my God. So, I don't know what that means. You know what? Can I get some water? Is that okay? I'm feeling a bit parched, because Lana has simply taken the air out of my lungs. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Like, I'm just gonna edit this out and you're not gonna see it. So I don't know why I'm... Candy necklaces. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, y'all. I feel renewed. Seriously, get some water, get a snack. I really don't know what to do with this, but okay. I like the instrumental. I just don't really know what's going on over top of it. There's just a lot happening in my ears right now. I don't know how we feeling. I don't know. I like the instrumental. It's very chaotic, you know, and that's not always my thing. We're kind of interacting in the studio. Cute. Like, it's cute vibes, you know? As a song, here's the thing. Yeah, that's kind of an instrumental interlude that I just didn't really connect with. I thought the instrumental was cool. I thought it was cute that, it was kind of showing them like interacting in the studio. It's not one that I'm immediately like wanting to go listen to again. But the next one is Kintsugi. I really don't want to Google anything more, so I'm kind of just gonna let her tell me what that means.
Point, the body can't come back from.
Ooh.
In 1 year, the depth that the chest cavity takes. Chucky was there for 3 out of 3. There for the one who was closest to me. It's just that I don't trust myself with my heart. But I've had to let it break a little more.
So this is like so intimate. It's so quiet. I am just like waiting on her every word. More personal lyrics that no one other than Lana could have written. She mentioned her sister. So this is something that I didn't always know, but her sister's name is Chucky. At least that's her nickname. And so she's mentioning her sister. She said, I was there for 3 out of 3. And honestly, at first, I thought she was referring to her sister having kids and Lana saying that she was present for the, like, not present during, but like present around the time of the births of some of the kids and not all of them. I don't really know what's going on. I think I'm wrong. Like, I think that's really wrong. And then she started talking about how, she's been heartbroken and all this stuff.
That's how the light shines in. That's how the light shines in. I'm on the side with my tears streaming down. Something about the clutch of the wrist. He thought mine was his to cough into his mouth. We've only got hours. When you see someone dying, you see up your gaze flash in front of you.
What?
And you think about who will be with you.
So now she's talking about when you see someone dying and you worry about your own death. So I am really confused because it feels like this song is tackling a wide variety of topics, which is totally fine. I just don't know how it all connects yet. But again, with going back to Lana's lyrics, just go over my head a lot of the time. Even sometimes after I look them up, I don't know what they mean all the time. And it's fine.
There's Donahue.
Huh? Who's Donahue? Some of these people, I'm like, I don't know who that is.
I'm probably running away from the feelings I get. Daddy, I miss them.
Who?
I'm probably running away from the thoughts in the day that have things to do with them. But they say that's how the light gets in.
This is one of those songs that I feel like it's so beautiful. It's very simplistically beautiful. And it's probably one of those songs that I'm not comprehending the full beauty of it in this moment. Because again, with like these very simplistically produced, subtle, really intimate songs, I don't always gravitate toward them on first listen. But I genuinely feel like it's one of those songs that with a couple more listens, I'm going to fully comprehend the beauty of it. And yeah, I do need to look up the lyrics. There's a lot going on my screen right now, honestly, to look them up. So, if you want to fill me in, you can, or I'll look them up later. But it's really pretty, though. I do think it's really pretty. I'm just like, I feel like I need a couple more listens with it to fully wrap my mind around how pretty it is. Because it really feels like one of those songs that I'm like slightly detached, but like I know I could eventually attach.
Word in Japanese, it's Kintsugi.
Oh, okay, yeah. That is yeah. Now that I think about it, I've heard that word.
Brought by the sunlight of the spirit to pour into me. There's a name for it in Japanese, it's Kintsugi.
This is really pretty. So she's continually saying let the light in, and then she specifically said there's a Japanese word for it called Kintsugi. And there's another song on the album I'm just now seeing called Let the Light In. So, okay. I still don't really know what it means, but that gives me something to go off of. This is really pretty. Like, the more that I listen to it, the more that I'm just like wowed at the beauty that I'm listening to right now. And that's literally nothing new with Lana, but you know, I have to mention it, 'cause, like, music commentary channel vibes.
I don't know anyone left who knows songs that I sing. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in.
This may be referring to her music. And her writing songs is how the light gets in. Maybe.
I'm at the Roadrunner Cafe.
I'm gonna say it again. I've said this before about Lana's music, but her really specific lyrics always get me. Like she said, I'm at the Roadrunner Cafe. In A&W, she says, I'm at the Ramada Inn. She uses specific places. She doesn't just say I'm at a hotel. She paints the picture, and that's something that I appreciate about any artist who does lyrics like that. Like, there's obviously other artists as well, but Lana she's like the poster child of storytelling and of having personal lyrics, of writing autobiographical music. It's so cool to me. It's something that I just really respect. I mean, just look at the song titles. Grandfather, please stand on the shoulders of my father while he's deep sea fishing. That in and of itself is a song title that no other artist would have. So, just saying, Lana's unique. She's a trailblazer, okay?
There's nothing to do except know that this is how the light gets in. By cracking, the light gets in.
Okay, so this is kind of a common phrase. I think there's like a quote that someone once said, like, when things crack, that's how the light gets in, or like, it's okay that you're broken because that's where the light gets in. So it sounds like she's referring to that, and maybe it is the art of Kintsugi, and then it's possible she's referring to her songwriting. I think she mentioned something about her songs, and potentially maybe that's how she feels like she breaks within her songs. Like, she breaks herself down in order to write music, because writing music, I've never done it personally, but I imagine it's a very taxing process, because you have to look so far internally into yourself to find what you're going to write about. And you really have to like look deeply into your soul and almost break your soul apart. I like this theory that I have, and I'm not saying it's correct, but maybe, just maybe, she's saying that she has to like break her soul apart to write music. But what ends up coming out of it, something beautiful, is a beautiful thing. It's the light that gets in. Like, she breaks her soul apart to write music, but then that's how she heals, by writing music. I don't know if that's right, but that's the theory that I'm going with tonight, okay? When there's no one here to tell me otherwise, that's what I'm going to choose to believe. She's mentioned music is a way for her to turn sadness into something beautiful, like she says in her song Beautiful. And that's why that is one of my favorite songs on Blue Banisters, other than the fact that it's just a stunning song in general. I really love that whole concept. I love the lyric. The lyric that I always go back to from that song is like, if someone had asked Picasso not to be sad, there would be no blue period. Yes. It's such a beautiful lyric. It's such a true lyric. It's such an artist's lyric. And as someone who enjoys turning bad situations into good things in whatever way I can, I just relate to that, and I find it so beautiful that she does that. No pun intended. Your music, Lana, is how the light gets into me, and I kid you not. I think that was really pretty. I think that was really pretty, both in terms of the sound and in terms of the lyrics. It was definitely one that took me a minute to get into, and I feel like it's one of those songs that I'm gonna appreciate more with time. And I took my own interpretation out of that song in the moment. I don't know if it's correct or anything, but sometimes I think you can just do that. You can take your own interpretation. It doesn't have to be the right interpretation or the artist's interpretation. It can be kind of your own thing. The next one is Fingertips. Okay.
Look back, trace.
Okay, these last few have been very simplistic. And that's fine, but to be honest with you, I kind of want to get back to like A&W and that vibe. But
When I look back, tracing fingertips over plastic bags.
this almost feels like a direct continuation of the last song in terms of the sound. It's almost identical. It's just the piano and her voice and nothing else. And I can appreciate that. I think that's really pretty. Like, the last song was gorgeous. But I'm missing the builds right now.
I wish I could extrapolate some small intention.
Extrapolate.
Will I die? Or will I get to that 10-year mark where I beat the extinction of telomeres?
What?
Father, sister, brother, Charlie, stop smoking. Caroline, will you be with me? Will the baby be alright? Will I have one of mine? Can I handle it?
Okay, so she said something about her sister again, her sister's full name being Caroline. And then she said, you know, will the baby be all right? So I don't know if her sister's pregnant or she already had the baby, but it looks like Lana's looking forward into the future, saying, will I make it to this point in my life? Will this be my future? Will I die? Will I have a baby of my own? And then she said something and I didn't pick up what she said. I will look up the lyrics after I listen to this song because I'm having an issue with my AirPods where if I bring up it's a long story, but I will look them up in a minute.
Said that my mind, it's not fit, or so they said, to carry a child. It wasn't my idea, the cocktail of things that twist neurons inside, but without them I'd die.
Okay, I think she said, it isn't my idea, this gathering of things that twist the neurons in my inside, but without them I'd die. So if I'm not mistaken, she's referring to possibly like medication she takes for whatever condition she has, be it anxiety, depression, suicidal tendencies, whatever. And then it sounds, yeah, without it, I'll die. So, okay, that's, wow. Wow, the lyrics of this album are so personal to her. And Lana always writes personal lyrics, but this feels different. This feels it's either on a different level of personal for her, or it's also possible that I have just never picked up on all the things that she was putting down in the previous albums. Because again, I will be the first to say that there are plenty of her lyrics that go over my head that maybe I'm not grasping the full meaning of. But this just feels like on a different level of like looking into her soul, and that is super cool. I just think it's so cool when an artist like really goes deep. Like that was a standout lyric for me, you know. I need these pills or I'll die. I don't want these pills, I don't want to be on these pills, but without them I'll die. And yeah, I'm just holding my lipstick, I don't know why.
There's irony in the music, it's a tragedy.
Okay, I'm gonna be pausing like every line with this song because every line is like mind-blowing to me. There's irony in the music, it's a tragedy. This album is like this tragedy of her life. Like I feel like she wants this album to almost be like a play, a tragic play. I don't know, I made that up. I could totally be off base, y'all. I don't know. I am just a girl in my room listening alone to this at 2 a.m. and I have not seen any comments about this album yet. So I could be wrong, but this is like a tragic masterpiece. This really feels like a masterpiece. And I don't say that word lightly. It just really feels very, very thought out and deep beyond my comprehension in this moment, as always.
Give me a mausoleum in Rhode Island with Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, and Dave, who hung himself real high.
Family trauma.
If I take my lamp, find your astral body, put it into my arms, give you 2 seconds to cry.
Whoa.
To give you a blanket, your spirit can sit and watch TV by my side. I couldn't handle it. I had to sing for the prince in 2 hours. Sat in the shower, gave myself 2 seconds to cry.
I'm like processing at the same time. I'm like, this is so deep and genius and masterful on a level that I am like not grasping. But I'm grasping some of it. She said something about taking the astral body, I want to say, of someone and putting them into her eyes so she can cry. I don't know what it means, but it's genius. But like, I don't need to understand what she's talking about to know that this song is insane. Like, every line that is coming out of her mouth is just pure songwriting insanity to me. Okay.
It's a shame that we died.
What?
When I was 15, naked next door neighbors did a drive-by, pulled me up by my waist, long hair to the beachside. But sometimes it's just not your time, Caroline.
Caroline, again.
Say I'd end up in an institution.
My brain is literally going to explode.
Aaron ended up dead, not me. What the
Okay, she's talking about possibly like the deaths of some of her family members. My brain is literally not big enough for this song. I feel it expanding to the point where it will possibly explode in the next minute and 12 seconds of this song. I don't think I did that math right. I feel this pressure. I feel like a hot air balloon that's just gonna pop any minute. Oh, okay. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. It's too late for this. And we have 7 more songs to go. Okay, I'm not gonna think about that right now.
never to come back. Exotic places and people. Place of being a child. I give myself 2 seconds to cry.
I don't know what's happening.
Call me Aphrodite.
Aphrodite.
I just needed 2 seconds to be.
Oh, thank God it's over. Okay, and I don't mean that because I didn't like it. I mean it because I think if it had gone on any longer, my brain was going to explode. That song felt like a 10-minute song, but it was really only like 5 minutes and 48 seconds. I'm going to be looking up the lyrics, don't you worry. I literally have no idea what just happened. So, I liked it. I think it was a masterpiece of a song. Like, it went beyond my personal understanding. Fingertips, lyrics, Lana. That was the most insane song I've ever heard. Because the lyrics felt like they were on a different level than anything I've ever heard with my ears. Okay. Okay. I'm telling you, every last brain cell is going to try to... Oh, okay. The song carries a common theme amongst the album family. Okay, I got that. Because, you know, she mentions her sister a lot in this album already. She mentions other family members specifically. Her grandpa, who's deep sea fishing or whatever. Okay, Charlie's her younger brother. Okay, Charlie stopped smoking, she says, even though Lana does smoke. She doesn't want him to end up like her. Caroline, will you be with me? Will the baby be all right? Lana is worrying about the future of her niece, Phoenix. I love that name, by the way. That's on my baby name list. Oh, yeah. Okay. Mentioned in Blue Banisters and Sweet Carolina. There's a baby on the way. Okay, yes. It's connecting now. Will I have one of mine? Can I handle it even if I do? It's said that my mind is not fit, or they said to carry a child. Okay.
Okay, yeah, wow.
Oh, okay. They told her that she's not fit to carry a child because of the risk of passing on generational trauma. I can talk. Yes, I love this lyric. It wasn't my idea, the cocktail of things that twists neurons inside, but without them, I'd die. Like, what next level type of songwriting am I listening to right now? Am I experiencing right now? This song is insane. Like, this song stands out in terms of storytelling like none on the album that I've heard so far. And they've all been good lyrically. I can't even believe her at times. They say there's irony in the music, as referring to the fact that people say her music is ironic. But she says it's a tragedy. I see nothing Greek in it. Like, it's me expressing the sadness in my life and the brokenness in my life. It's nothing more. Here's the thing with Lana's music. Like, it's never just a lyric. Like, it's a whole freaking thing. Every line you could take apart and, like, there's so much there. And so if you expect me to sit here until 5 a.m. and look up every line on this song, I just don't have the time. I have work tomorrow. Like, I have things to do, places to be awake for. But I will say that it's a genius song that I can't wrap my mind around. Yeah, stream of consciousness song. That's the perfect way of putting it. It's just one thought after the next. Like, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? Lana has discussed this album, calling it conversational, wordy, unfiltered, and following an automatic singing formula. That is interesting. This does feel very unfiltered, very wordy. As I said, every line packs so much into it, and there's so many lines on this album, like, I don't even know where you're gonna start. This feels like her most personal album so far, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there's something going down here, and I think anytime you bring family into anything, it automatically gets more personal. Whew! Anyone else? I mean, is anyone else just, like, a different person after hearing that song? The next one is Paris, Texas, featuring Simmel, S-Y-M-L. I actually do know one song by Simmel, and I'm obsessed with it. Let me refresh my memory really quick.
And I know that you make me better.
Yeah, shout out Simmel. I like that song. Y'all, I'm not ready for Grandfather Please Stand on the Shoulders of My Father when he's deep sea fishing. After hearing Fingertips, I was like, okay, we'll just get like a song that's maybe a little bit sensual or something, you know, touch me with your fingertips or no. She gave me that. And so if she gave me that in that song, then I don't even know what's gonna happen the rest of the album. I might start crying. I don't know why. I kind of feel like crying right now. And there's no reason for it, really, but I kind of feel like it. So I might. Okay. I'm glad we're getting back to a little bit less simplistic. A lot of piano on this album. Like, piano just all around.
Went to Paris, Texas, with a suitcase in my hand.
Oh, I already obsessed with the delivery of that line. I went to Paris, Texas. It's a little bit sassy. It's a little bit funny. You know, she's putting a bit of humor in there. Thank you for the comedic relief, Lana Del Rey, because honestly, I kind of feel like crying.
Knew they wouldn't understand.
Who's they? She keeps referring to they.
When you know, it's time to go.
I want to note that this song feels so short. Like, we're already a minute into it, and it feels like it's been 20 seconds. And it's just because every other song has been so long and just jam-packed with information that to listen to a song this short and a little bit easier to understand, it's a nice change. I needed this. I am still holding my lipstick and I don't know why.
Then the more you know, it's time to go.
I kind of want to dance to this. I don't know.
I took a drink this way.
I like this one. It's just a cute
Book in
little...
my hand.
No, I really... Oh, did she say she went to Spain? Madrid, Spain is my favorite city on the earth. That is why I have that up there. I do not live there. I wish I lived there. But yeah, I love Spain. If you're from Spain, please leave a comment saying you're from Spain.
Just a notebook in my hand.
I just really like this. I like the sound of this one.
Down in Florence, Alabama.
Okay, I really appreciate this song because it feels like a palate cleanser after the last few songs that have been just a lot for my brain to process. This one is a nice little song. Nice to listen to. I love the sound of it. It's just kind of this like cute little production in the background. And then the lyrics feel pretty straightforward. You know, she's just talking about some places that she's visited and saying it's time to go when it's time to go. Like, it's kind of just a vacay anthem. I don't know if that's true, but it just feels like a palate cleanser, at least for me. I'm just kind of vibing.
Like the summer breeze, when everyone's star is bright, brighter than you are.
Okay, she said, when every star is brighter than yours, it's time to go. That's kind of an interesting lyric, and of course, now I'm thinking. I didn't want to think. I just wanted to vibe to this one. But she said, you're going to think today. You're going to think about every single lyric that I say. Because the lyrics on this album, I mean Grammy for the lyrics alone.
You're the only one left, dancing while they're on the floor.
You're the only one left.
It seems everything the same, except that you.
I really like the sound of this one. I just love this production. Okay. Oh, thank God. Thank you, Lana, for that song, because it kind of was just a palate cleanser. I loved the sound of it, the production so much. It just had this really cute, like, just kind of chill feel to it. Yeah, I kind of needed it also because it had a little bit of pep to it, and the last few have just been really, really, really stripped back and intimate, and that's fine. It's just not always something I gravitate toward. I feel like it was dragging for me a little bit just because I like the pep, okay? I like the step, and that one brought me back to the pep and the step, and also just felt like I gathered more of the lyrics, which is kind of a nice change. The next one is the song we have all been waiting for. Okay, I just remembered that someone said that this song is better than Hope is a Dangerous Thing for a Woman to Have. And if this song is better than that song, I will be shocked, because that song is that entire album is like insane. And I can't imagine a better song than Hope is a Dangerous Thing, just because it's the perfect song. It's a perfect album closer. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. So we will see about that, but I have heard good things about this song, okay? Grandfather, please stand on the shoulders of my father while he's deep sea fishing. Featuring Ryapi. I'm not going to try to say that.
3 white butterflies to know your needs. I know they think that it took somebody else to make me beautiful.
I kind of want to run a marathon.
They intended me to be.
Already one of my favorites. Like, it has literally been 23 seconds, and this is probably up there with my other favorites, which I don't even know what they are. Probably A and W.
I know they think that it took thousands of people to put me together again, like an experiment.
I can't believe what my ears are hearing.
But if you're near me, send me 3 white butterflies, or an owl to know you're listening. Grandfather, please stand on the shoulders of my father while he's deep sea fishing for sharks in the Pacific. Spirit one-bodied, available.
That was me trying to stand in reverence to this song, but also feeling awkward because I'm like in a really weird outfit right now. This is the most beautiful thing I have ever laid ears upon. Might be my favorite of every song we have heard so far. I don't know yet, but I mean, like, what the heck? I see why people were saying this was going to be a good one. and that it might top Hope is a Dangerous Woman. Not that it's a competition. Like, Hope will never be below anything, you know what I mean? But I cannot believe she worked the whole phrase, grandfather, you know, the rest, into the song so beautifully. It somehow worked. And I don't know how she did that, because that is a very long sentence to put into a song, and she made it just sound so good. Okay.
Regrettably, you're so alive on mine.
Yeah.
But I have good intentions, even if I'm one of the last ones. Feeling in Grandfather, please stand on the shoulders of my father while he's deep sea fishing.
I'm gonna try to like put words to what I'm experiencing, but I don't know that I can. The melodies in this song are really standing out. Lana's melodies are always great, but these melodies right here, these are like some Norman fucking Rockwell melodies. Melodies that just like alter your DNA the first time you hear them. Norman Rockwell, every time I listen to that album, I love it even more somehow. This is one of those songs that I feel like is the same kind of vibe. Like, I feel like the more that I listen to it, the more that I'm gonna love it. Just like some of the other songs on this album, as well as like literally all of Lana's music at this point. But I don't know where I was going with that thought. I really don't. The melodies are gorgeous. This is just, it's so beautiful.
It took somebody else to make me beautiful.
I am obsessed with that one. That's my favorite part of the song. It took somebody else to make me beautiful. I think this song is about feeling like you need someone to boost you up in your life. So like grandfather standing on the shoulders of her father, you know, the father is boosting the grandfather up. Should I draw a diagram? And then she said, part of me always thought that I would need someone to make me beautiful. So she's imagining needing someone to like boost her, help her to be more beautiful. It's a metaphor for the grandfather on the shoulders while they're fishing or something. I don't know. This song is so beautiful though. This is a Norman Rockwell song. This is the best song on the album so far as I personally am concerned. Production. Full circle moment. Yes, bring it back to the start. Bring it back to the full circle. That is undoubtedly one of the best songs on the album, as far as I'm concerned. Stunning in every way. The lyrics, the melodies. It's just one of those songs that it brought me back to Norman Rockwell, because Norman Rockwell, the melodies are like literally insanity throughout the entire thing. And I mean, if you know that album, you know. They're unlike melodies on any other album. Like they're so timeless, and the melodies on that song were giving me that same energy. The next one, Let the Light In, possibly going back to Kintsugi, featuring Father John Misty. I've heard of him. I'm picturing like, is he an old white dude with a beard, or am I just making that up? Okay, yeehaw. I kind of like it.
Pick you up at 2:45. Ask you if you want something to eat. Drive around, get drunk. Wake you up at night, 1:45.
Production.
I can never stop, wanna have fun.
I kind of want to ride a horse right now. This is giving me like country, folky little moment. I don't know if Father John is a singer or if he's part of the production. I think Father John Mitzi. Mitski. If I remember correctly, Father John Misty is an old white dude with a beard who potentially plays like a banjo or something. And if that's the vibe, I'm getting the vibe that he's in the sound of this.
Every time you say you're gonna go,
I don't know why this is the move, but it kind of is.
You know I got nothing under this overcoat.
What?
At your back door, yeah, 'cause I wanna come in.
Oh, I love this one.
Turn your light on.
Gonna be honest with you, no idea what she's talking about because I love the sound of this one. This is just such a little vibe. Again, kind of a palate cleanser after the last ones that have physically taken me out. Over to there where I was trying to stand up and it didn't go very well. I'm just kind of bopping around. I want to be riding a horse in a folky countryside or something. I feel like I'm around a campfire, low-key, like with a banjo, you know, like that's kind of the vibe. Like, let's all just sing Kumbaya. So I have no idea what she's saying. She's saying, let the light in. Okay, sure.
You know that I look shining in the light. There's so much riding on this life.
There's so much riding on this life.
Let the light in. Look at us, you and
I heard it. Ooh, and their voices together. Like, it's just this whole thing. Melodies. Norman Rockwell. Anytime I say Norman Rockwell randomly, it's because I'm hearing something that is of the most elite quality that I feel like it's reminding me of her most elite album. And that's that whole section with the melodies and like, I love to love you, I love to hate you, or hate to hate you, or hate to love you, or whatever the hell she said. Okay. Ooh, that was a little bit loud. I'm sorry.
I need to need you.
I have to say, I don't know how we got here from A&W and the title track. Thank God, I can finally say the title track. I can't even imagine them being on this album with this same song. Like, how are they all gonna be existing on this album? And I can't believe that we started the album with the Grants and got that whole gospel moment. And I really thought that was gonna carry, well, no, I didn't, because I was like, the three singles are so different that I really had no idea what we were getting into. But I was like, maybe she'll bring back the gospel vibe. And as far as I've heard, she hasn't brought much of that back. You know, maybe a little bit, but not as much as in that one song. No two songs on this album are the same. They're all a completely different thing. Like, they all stand on their own as songs. I will say there were a couple in the middle that really reminded me of each other. I think it was Kintsugi and Fingertips. Yeah, those were very similar to me in the sound. But as far as like the rest of the songs, there's just so many sounds going on. But somehow it's working. Like, I'm not confused enough to think it's messy or to think it's bad. I don't know. Like, it's working. I'm just confused.
Look at us, you and me, back at it again.
Back at it again with this move. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm gonna fly away. Yeah, I saw that coming. Okay. I loved it. I loved the production. I loved them together. It was a bop. I was bopping. You saw me. The next one is Margaret featuring Bleachers. Okay. I have something to say about Bleachers. They are one of the most underrated bands. They are so talented, and I saw them live. They blew me away live. They're probably in like my top concerts that I've ever been to. Please take a listen to their music if you haven't. I could not recommend it more. It's just a great time. But it is called Margaret, and I don't know who that is, so maybe she'll tell me. And probably she won't, and I'll still be confused, but you know what? And I am wondering if we're gonna get a Bleachers sound with this one. I think that would be really cool. Okay. I was like, it's not playing. Okay, are we doing Intimate again? I kind of want... I just need a little bit of, like... That's fine. I will take that. Oh.
This is a simple song. Gonna write it for a friend. My shirt is
She's so kind to me. She already told me who Margaret is.
inside out. I'm messy with the pen. He met Margaret on a rooftop. She was wearing white.
Oh wait, is she writing it for...
And he was like, I might be in trouble. He was like, should I jump off this building now?
A lot of talk of suicide on this album. Multiple references. This one actually, I feel like she might be referring to her friend being Jack Antonoff. And then talking about how he met someone named Margaret. I don't know. I'm just guessing that because she is friends with Jack and he's from the band Bleachers. So, you know, seems like there might be a connection there. But originally I thought Margaret was the friend, and I think she's actually the friend's girlfriend. So I'm kind of like the web is connecting.
Baby, if your love is in trouble. Baby, if your love is in trouble. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. It kinda makes me laugh. And you know, you know.
Oh, I hear him.
Words all my friends. With their red flags, their white knives, their black eyes, and their blue eyes. How do you know? And that's your answer. The answer is no. Gotta run, your head's on fire.
Oh, yes.
Run away like your head is on fire.
This is so Bleachers. If you've ever heard their music, this is so Bleachers. The minute he came in and then it went into that sound, like that was like the Bleachers sound. I actually, literally, it sounds like one of the Bleachers songs. I don't know if it samples one of their songs or if it just is so cohesive with the rest of their music that it sounds similar, but this whole song is making me really happy. It's making my heart really happy to hear Jack's voice. It's making my heart really happy that Bleachers is getting their sound brought into this album because they're so underrated. Like, if you like this song, you will love Bleachers. I'm being the Bleachers cheerleader right now.
Baby, if your love is in trouble. Baby, if your love is in trouble.
Guys, hold up your lighters. This is so pretty.
When you know, you know. When you're good as gold.
It's so pretty.
When you know, you know. When you're old, you're old. Like Hollywood and me. One that makes me say, in a minor key.
Oh, are you kidding?
'Cause when you know, you know. When you know, you know.
I don't know what's going on.
Don't give up. 'Cause you never know what the new day might bring.
She's healing me.
I mean, join the party. The party's December 18. Alright, let's waltz this out, kid. 'Cause when you know, you know. When you're old, you're old. Like Hollywood and me. That diamond on your ring.
Oh my god, this one's beautiful. For the first like little bit of the song, I was like, oh, like we're doing the simplistic production again. I was a little bit nervous that I wasn't gonna connect. But the second that like Bleachers came in, everything from that point on has just been so beautiful. This is another one that I feel like I could cry right now because it's just so pretty with the melodies. Again, like Norman Rockwell levels of perfection happening right now as far as I'm concerned.
'Cause when you know, you know.
I just really love that. Please do a build, like I need a giant drum moment. Saxophone, Bleachers. This is so Bleachers. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad they got their sound thrown in there. All of these collabs have been true collabs. It feels like every artist is represented in the sound of the song. A true collaboration, like them literally working together on a piece of music, not just Lana writing a song and then saying, hey, Father John Misty, do you want to be on this song with me? Cool, like here's a sentence, why don't you sing it into this mic? No, this is a true collaboration. The Bleachers song felt like Bleachers. The Simmel song had a similarity. The Jon Batiste song, brought that Jon Batiste piano bit. It's true collaborations. And there's a lot of collaborations. I kind of just registered that there's so many collaborations on this album, and more than she's ever done, right? Or am I making that up? Okay, anyway, the next one is Fishtail, and I'm thinking about fishtail braids, so maybe she's gonna give us a little bob about braids. Or it could be going back to Stand on the Shoulders of My Father while he's fishing. Maybe he caught a fish, and this is about the fish's tail.
Don't you dare say that you'll braid my hair, babe, if you don't really care. You wanted me sadder.
This is so pretty.
Fishtail, what's the matter with her?
NFR levels right now.
Skipping rope in the bayou. Just say,
So quiet.
you're so funny. I wish I could skinny dip inside your mind. Lately I've been.
I wish I could skinny dip inside your mind. It's a lyric, and I've never heard a lyric like it, and that is why I love Lana Del Rey. This one's so pretty. Like, I don't even know what's going on with the last few, but it just feels like this section of the album has been really strong for me. This one's giving me NFR levels of perfection. It's giving me fingertips and Kintsugi and the really intimate stripped down sound. It's just kind of the piano and her voice. But I love the way she's singing. That is what's standing out the most to me, is just like she's kind of going in and out between like the really strained vocals. And I don't mean that it sounds bad. It just sounds strained. It sounds, higher up in her register or whatever, and more breathy. She's going between that and like her regular other vocals. So, anyway, I'm kind of having like a mental breakdown, so.
Almost Victorian with you. You can talk to me. Lately, I can see you wanted me sadder.
This is what I needed. A&W who? This is making sense to be on the same album with A&W. Like, A&W is making more sense to me after hearing this song, because she's kind of bringing it back to that like electronic switch up, that change up that none of us saw coming. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites, because I needed this. I needed this really heavy auto-tuned voice sound. I'm obsessed with this for some reason. Okay, I'm literally not doing super great right now. I just wanted to make that known. Sometimes things just are hard to process, and this album, I don't even know where to begin to process it. But I'm standing up.
I know that we've got problems. Palm trees in black and white. I see in technicolor. Maybe I'll take my glasses off so I stop painting red flags green.
Oh God, I almost fell in my chair. I'm gonna sit down, okay? She said, take my glasses off and stop painting red flags green. What a lyric. Because we all do that. I mean, a lot of us, we take someone's red flags and we're like, it's fine. Take her glasses off, like rose-colored lenses vibes. Take off the rose-colored lenses and see it for what it truly is. Which is oogle.
And when my eyes are closed, I see you for what you truly are, which is ugly.
Wearing nothing but the summer bruises on my knees.
What is that?
Don't you dare say that you'll be my
Oh
everything.
my god.
Don't you dare say that you'll be my if you're not coming home to me. Slip softly into rain.
Okay. You know what? Please.
Hands on your knees, I'm Angelina Jolie. Hands on your knees, Angelina Jolie. Let me put my hands on your knees. You can braid my hair. Do a fat crisscross in the back somewhere. Me and my boyfriend listen to the Chili Peppers. Skinny dip in my mind, I'm in love.
Ah! Okay. I don't know what's going on with the last few songs. She's finishing this album in the most incredible way. This entire last stretch for me has just been, like, this entire album has been really, really strong, really cool, really interesting and all that. But this last stretch has just been next level for me. Fishtail, obviously one of my favorites. I don't think that was like a question or a mystery to you. Peppers, I really love this one too. I don't really know what I was just listening to a minute ago, but I loved it. I loved the sound of it. I loved how it transitioned into her beautiful singing after that. She somehow made it all work. I love how she brought it back to the lyrics, skinny dip in my mind. It's just like insanely good. NFR level vibes happening right now. I've said that a lot because it's happened a lot during this. Wow, okay. And the next one is, don't even get me started.
Baby, I'll bring the coffee if you bring the wine. I'm in love. I'm in love.
The melodies. This is interesting because it feels like it's bringing back a lot of the lyrics from the last song or the last couple songs. You can braid my hair, skinny dip in my mind. That's interesting to me. I don't know what that's about. At this point, the lyrics, they're out the door. I started this album trying to like, okay, I'm really going to pay attention to every lyric. I'm really going to get this today. I'm going to understand Lana Del Rey in this album right here, right now. No. Okay, the time came, the time went. And now I'm just vibing. Well, I'm not even vibing. I'm just literally having an insane experience that I don't even know how to explain. At this point, everything is perfection in this little section. So I don't know how to comment on that. I'm guessing a sample like on A&W.
My setup's good. I don't have much to lose. I got a dog. I take it for a midnight. Yeah.
I don't know how this song is transitioning from section to section so seamlessly, and yet all the sections are so different. But that's really cool to me. Like, that's just musical genius in and of itself. Like, when she said that she writes hit songs, she wasn't lying. I think that's why it wasn't cringy when she said that, because, like, it's just facts. There are other artists that if they said that, it'd be like, okay, humble yourself, sit down, be humble. But when Lana does it, it's like, yeah, that's like, I don't care. That's fine because you're just telling the truth. It's giving like the next best American record. We're going to just write the best music you've ever heard. And it's like, well, you probably are.
My boyfriend tested positive for COVID. It don't matter. We've been kissing, so whatever.
She mentioned COVID, which is taking me back to some of the Blue Bannisters lyrics. She like would talk about masks and stuff like that. So that's interesting. Quarantine, I like you a lot.
Hands on your knees, Angelina Jolie. Let me put my hands on your knees. You can
I love it so much. I just don't know what it is. That must be Tommy Genesis. Okay, now I feel a little bit dumb for not realizing that. But just to let you know, I've been filming for 3 hours, so please understand if this video takes me a while to edit. Also understand if it's a longer video. Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to say. The mingling again.
You can braid my hair, do a fat crisscross in the back somewhere.
I love that so much. I don't even know what to say. I cannot comment on the last bit of this album because, I mean, the whole album has been really strong for me overall, I would say. But this last section has just been straight perfection for a while now, for like the last half of the album. It's just been getting better and better for me. Hands on my knees, it just keeps switching up. It's like A&W. Like, there's just so much going on, but it all works together somehow in this Lana way. Adored it. Perfection from start to finish. It was so fun. It was so catchy. It was so upbeat. You know, upon first listen, one of the songs that I gravitate towards more than the ones that are really intimate and stripped back. That being said, I think the lyrics didn't stand out to me quite as much on that one as on some other songs. It's like certain things are brought to light in different environments. I think the really intimate, stripped down songs have some of the best lyrics because they're at the forefront, and it's intimate for a reason. It's because she wants you to listen to the story being told. She doesn't want it to be too busy with the production that you miss out on the lyrics that are beautiful and real, and it's a story that she wants you to hear. But with that song, I feel like the lyrics weren't quite as important. Not to say that they weren't important, but they just weren't the main thing. They weren't the main story, and so she kind of had some fun with the production and everything. The next one, the last track, we have arrived after 3 hours and 10 minutes. Okay, I want you to know that it is 3:10 a.m. right now, and we are on the last track, Taco Truck times Venice Bitch. I am not ready. I'm terrified for this song. I'm terrified for this song for multiple reasons. The first reason is that Lana Del Rey knows how to close an album. I'm also obviously terrified because Venice Bitch, she like sampled or somehow incorporated into this Taco Truck. Okay. I mean, I'm so excited for this track. I'm excited, I'm scared, and I'm also kind of sad that this is gonna be over because this has just been quite a journey, and it just, I don't know, it feels, I mean, it's been 3 hours, like, it's about time that I finish up and go to bed, but at the same time, it feels a little bit weird to be ending this. It's a little bit bittersweet. I also just feel like this one's gonna take me out, and so I'm trying to remember this moment, like, before, how I existed before I heard this song, because I feel like this song is gonna alter my brain chemistry. So, okay. It's immediately altered.
Met my boyfriend down at Taco Truck. Pass me my vape, I'm feeling sick. I need to take a puff.
I'm sorry. I need to take a puff. She worked the word puff into a song. That's what I'm confused by.
Imagine if we actually gave a fuck.
Oh, deep vocals.
Wouldn't that be something to talk about for us? Caribbean blue in sweater weather, I'm falling into you. Although it seems I've gotten better
With you, my sweet love.
I can be violent too. That's why they call me Lanita. When I get down, I'm bonita. I'm dancing crazy. Spin it till you whip it into a cream, baby.
The sound of this one is really interesting because it is literally giving me the vibe of this album and the vibe of NFR. Like, if NFR and this album had a baby, this song was born. And obviously that's probably the point because it's Taco Truck times Venice Bitch. But still, it's very, like, kind of calm and chill. And, like, it does have this, like, little bit of, like, a Caribbean feel. I think it's just because she said Caribbean that I'm saying that. But it feels kind of like palm trees and, like, calm and chill. And that's kind of how Norman Rockwell feels to me as well. It's just like, I keep like deep sighing because I'm just like, okay.
Into black and white pages, don't face me.
Black and white again.
Say, I know that you hate me.
I can't. It's the heavy synth over top of this beat that feels really chill and really, calm. It's this duality, two sounds that you wouldn't think to put together, because one is really heavy and weighted down and one is like really light and fluffy and in the air, and it's just like, but she makes it work because she is Lana Del Rey. Say it with me, okay? This instrumental should not be legal. Okay, is it gonna be an instrumental for the rest of the song then? I need to know more about the taco truck. Like, what kind of tacos did they have?
We're not even sure. I was just able to go back to sleep for an hour and a half. I had this dream where,
Signing off, bang, bang, kiss, kiss. You heard my baby's backing down now. You should come over.
Oh my, okay. I didn't know it was gonna do the full, like it was actually gonna be full on Venice Bitch in here. I really thought it was just gonna be the instrumental or something. I didn't know she was gonna literally bring the same lyrics in. Oh my gosh, she's not doing this to me right now. She's not doing this to me right now. Okay, we're in an alternate universe where Lana Del Rey thinks that she can do things like this to me.
Back to the garden. We're getting high now.
Because we're older.
Oh God, miss you on my lips. It's me, a little Venice bitch.
My question is, why did she choose this song to incorporate here? I'm sure there's a lot of intention and meaning behind that choice. I just don't really know what that meaning and intention is. I'm just wondering where the genius originates and what the genius intends for us to take from this. I'm so ready for the jealous of your love part. That's my favorite part.
Whatever.
Yeah.
If you and mine, get high. Jealous of your love. Drunk acid. If you and mine, never die. Not to say.
It's like,
If you and mine, I'd be
jealous of your love.
If you and mine, I'd be jealous of your love. If you and smell my lips,
I think I'm delirious. I'm not kidding. Like, something is happening to me internally. I told you I wanted to remember who I was before this. Oh my god, okay. I love that she ended with just that. Lana Del Rey. I have to give you an applause for that. Just give me like 2 minutes. Okay. Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? I can't believe that song is on this album. I really can't. I can't believe the diversity on this album. This is her most diverse album, is it not? Am I missing something? It's so diverse, yet it all somehow worked together. I mean, it's obviously impossible to say after one listen, but for me personally, this definitely has potential to be one of her best albums. I mean, did you hear it? The second half of it, like, it felt like it just got better and better, especially toward the second half of the album. There was this trajectory of just destroying me entirely over the course of, like, especially the second half of the album, that I don't think I'll ever forgive her for. Like, I don't know how she does this every time, really. Like, I'm not just saying that because I'm a Lana fan. I'm really not one of those people that just thinks everything an artist that I love does is great. There are plenty of songs by artists or albums by artists I love that aren't necessarily like my vibe, or, you know, I don't really think is their best work. This really does feel like some of her best work and some of her best songwriting. Lyrics for days. Lyrics that I've not even like scratched the surface of. About her family, generational trauma. Lyrics about really dark things, honestly, really sad things. Things that, you know, it was probably a little bit soul-sucking for her to like dig that far deep down and reveal these things. You know, it's vulnerable, it's personal. Diversity sonically, like there's a song on here for everyone. There really is. Jon Batiste Interlude was probably the only song after one listen it wasn't necessarily for me. Fingertips, I mean, Just, I don't even know what that experience was. There was so much to unpack there, so many lyrics that stood out. I could have paused it after every line, but like people yell at me when I pause. Paris, Texas, I loved, like I literally loved everything from then on so much. Like that was my favorite section of the album, was like Paris, Texas to Taco Truck. That was my favorite section as of right now. But like thinking back, I'm like, how can A&W not be in my favorite section? But to be honest, like the first, like Candy, Necklace, and Sweet, I feel like those are gonna be the growers on the album. They didn't immediately stick out to me quite as much as like Grandfather, Margaret, Fishtail. But I feel like they're gonna be the growers. They're gonna be the ones that just take a minute to get into fully. It's a masterpiece, like truly. So much that I have not even fathomed and realized and processed. Masterpiece beyond my understanding and comprehension in this moment. One of those albums that you could never fully grasp after only listening once. Very intentional, very detailed. She took the time, the intention, like she puts so much intention into her music. I feel super grateful that she's like a wizard. Like she's like a mastermind wizard. I don't even know how to process this. Lana Del Rey, Lana Del Slay, Lana Del Slayed Another Day. And I'll end on that poem. Let me know what I missed with the lyrics, which I'm sure is literally everything. I would like nothing more than you to tell me about the lyrics if you want to. No pressure, you don't have to, but if you want to. What are your favorite songs? What are your least favorite songs? I would be interested to know. This is my album ranking. What are some of my favorites, some of my least favorites? Always open to change and evolve over time, and feel free to disagree with me. Thank you so much for watching, for being here. I apologize in advance if this was a long reaction, if it took me a while to edit, because I have literally been filming for 3.5 hours. Actually longer than that, more like 4 hours. Feel free to like and subscribe, you know the drill. Thank you for watching, for being here. I appreciate you. I am, this is a very exciting time, and I'm grateful for you guys who I can share it with. I really am. Okay. All right. Bye.